Hello guys, this is Chanchal and you're watching my YouTube channel Java Learning. Today we are going to discuss about identifiers in Java and the rules for the identifiers. So let's start with identifiers. What it is identifier? Identifier What is identifier in Java? Identifier means actually it's a name, like we have alphabets, numbers and the symbols. So with the help of that we will define one name, and that name of programming element we technically called as an identifier. Let's see that we have one program called class example, and in that class we have some variables declared. I will tell you about variables in coming videos, but let's take one example that I have one variable and I have one main method. Okay, so in main method what we are doing, string args. Okay, string args. What I am doing in main method, I am printing that a. What I am doing here, I am printing a. What it means, that I am calling these, I'm calling these I'm calling this variable here. How I am calling? Because it has some name, it has some variable. We have defined here that a is a variable. So we can say that for accessing the programming element from the code, this is our class, and from that class we are accessing something here in the main method to perform some operation. So for defining like that the name, the static here, sometimes we use methods, sometimes we use constructors, sometimes we use variables. So we have different types of variables: static, non-static and local variable. So to call that and to say that perform some operation, because we are the humans, we know we have to perform one operation, but we have to tell to a machine that do this operation, print this a here. So for that we have to call it, we have to give the name to it, as we all have one name, so that other people can call us with our name. Same like that in coding language also, we have a name defining to the programming element, and that programming element is technically called as identifier. So guys, let's discuss about some rules for the identifier, like how to define that identifier in a Java language. For that we have 7 rules. So let's see one by one. Like rules for the identifier. There are 7 rules. Okay, we will see it one by one. The first rule, I will tell you how we define something. Like we have, as I told you, we have alphabets, we have numbers, we have the special character. But in Java, rule 1 says we can have capital A to capital Z, we can have small a to small z, we can have numbers from 0 to 9, and most important, we can have only 2 special character. What character? Special character, that is underscore and dollar. This point you have to mind it very clearly because this is important point. When? Because we define variables, we define identifiers when we do coding. So for that, this is needed to define. You should know it, then only you will able to code properly. So next point is that, as I said you, we can use 0 to 9 number in identifier, but problem is there. The rule is that, a second rule is that, what they are saying that we cannot have number from 0 to 9 as first character of the identifier. We cannot have number as a first character of the identifier, but from second character onwards we can have number as a identifier. Okay, so I will tell you like that. For example, we can have A90128. Okay, this is correct. Okay, this is yes. What is no? 9A2. Okay, what it is? It is no. This is wrong. We can't use this. For example, I will tell you example is like only single line no. Okay, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3. Okay, yes, I hope you understand the second rule. So coming to a third rule, what third rule says that we cannot have other than underscore and dollar as identifier or in identifier. Okay, or in identifier. Other than it, we have so many special character like an operator is there, hash is there, at the rate is there. We can't use that, but in Java we use only two. What that is? Underscore and then dollar. Oh, sorry. Coming towards the fourth rule is that we can have underscore in between two words. Like for example, I will tell you, for example, like I want to define something like my name, I will define as identifier like Chanchal Sambe. This is no, it's a wrong. What we can use instead of that? Chanchal underscore Sambe. It's correct. Yes, it's acceptable. So that is the fourth rule. What fourth rule says? No space. It should be continue. Like coming towards the fifth rule. Fifth rule, what it say? Java is a case sensitive language. Okay, Java is a case sensitive language. That's why. For example, I will tell you all these things. The example, I define some variable. I will define something here. Like, let's take my name only. Chanchal. This is first identifier, and Chanchal is the second one. So these both are DIFF, different one. Both are different here because here we have C as a small letter and here we have C as a capital letter. So because of that, Java is a case sensitive. These two, even though spellings are same, but because of the capitalization here, like because of the C is capital, this can be considered as a different identifier. Okay, so here we will discuss about the sixth rule. What is the sixth rule? Sixth rule is about we cannot use keywords and reserve words as identifier. Why? Because you may don't know about keywords and reserved keyword. In the coming lecture I will tell you about the keywords, but see here, keywords is the, like, it's a words, it has some unique operation to be registered with that name. Like we have if, else, switch, default, static, class, import, integer, byte, something. So these are the keywords. Because of that, they have some their own identity, own unique function, and compiler known, like if we use for the condition, else we use when the condition is false or according to condition. Okay, so they have their predefined works, and if we use that as an identifier, does it make sense? We also will be confused, like we are using if as a variable or we are using if as a identifier. If I writing the same condition here, no, we are not writing condition, then why we are using this here? So we will also confuse, and this is the machine. We have to write each and everything very clearly to understand it. So because of all these things, like if we use identifier and keyword and reserve keyword as identifier, compiler will confuse there. It will confuse and will see, oh, what's the operation you are want to perform by me? I don't understand what you are telling to me. So it's better to separate keywords and reserve keywords to do their work, and we will define our own identifier which is not the keyword and the reserve keyword. Okay, predefined class name we are using as a, okay, we can use as a identifier, but keyword and reserve keyword we can't use. So let's coming towards the seventh and the last rule for the identifier. So what it means, before Java 9 we use, before Java 9, okay, before Java 9 we use single underscore as the identifier, but from Java 9 onwards they removed it. For example, single underscore, what it will do? No, wrong. But we have some twist here. Double underscore, yes, we can use it. So that's all about the identifier. I hope you get my point, what I tried to explain you all. So guys, if you think that this video is informative or if you want something else topic to be explained by me, so you can comment me in the comment section that explain this topic. Or if you want me to take the interview question or the interview preparation or the brush-up session, so you can comment me. I will make some videos on the following topics and all these things, or interview preparation. So guys, thank you. This is all for today. Thank you.